Hi. For our app, we created a game called Asteroid Attack. Through this video, I will go over all the code and how it was made. First part of the code is global variables. We will go into greater detail when these are called upon throughout the thing. First part of the code is the object class constructor for the catcher. So this initiates this.x and this.y and sets them each equal to their corresponding x and y. Next, we have the class constructor for the button. We have the method object type for the button, which is the draw function, So this creates the button, gives it its look. Next, we have the button prototype, is mouse inside method. So this checks to see if the mouse is inside the button. Next, we have the handle mouse click. So when the button was inside that and you click, this will allow it to engage. Next, we have button 1. This is the pause button. When it is clicked, start pause is set equal to 0. When start pause is the global variable used to control when the game is moving and not. Button 2 sets to 1, which makes it continue on. It is labeled resume. Next, we have button 3, which is on the splash screen. When you click that, it sets screen num to 1, and that controls which scene. So screen number 1 is the game scene, and screen num 0 is the splash screen. Next, we have the mouse clicked function. So these will check to see it handle when the mouse is clicked. We have the prototype for the catcher, and for this one, the special thing about it is we used mouse X to control how the line moves. So as the mouse moves, the X, it will check for that and move with it. Next, we have the array that makes the X positions and Y positions for the ellipses. This will be talked about in greater detail later on. We have it set so it will make up to 100 different positions in case you want to make it harder and add more ellipses in the future. Next, we have the new object type of the catcher, which is created. Then we have the splash screen function, which will do a background, text size, and we'll call button 3 the start button. The game screen, which calls the catcher, sets a background and it has conditional set control with what's the level going on in button 1. So as you go up every 20, you increase the level, and it gets more difficult due to the fact that the ellipses fall faster. Next, we have the else if, which sets it to 0. So when the pause button is active, the level will be stopped to 0 and effectively stop the drops. Also, we'll call the resume button. This loop will draw the ellipses using the X and Y positions generated with the array. The score system, this sets an initial speed, by the way. Score system is, so when it goes below the end of the screen, it will set -2 points, and when it matches up with the catcher, it will add 1 point. This calls button 1, and then the draw function, it uses screen num to check which screen should be called. So when it's equal to 0, it calls splash screen, and else it will call the game screen. Thank you.